Amazing, thank you. So, firstly, welcome to our first Claritee Connects.
Yeah, thanks.
Introducing you, Georgina, which is amazing. So, for those who don't know you, I'm going to ask you to summarise, introduce yourself, tell us a bit more about you, and obviously we met each other several years ago now through our wellbeing panel at Pro Manchester.
Yeah.
And obviously, we've seen each other's works, and I'm super proud that you've now become an official partner of Claritee Circle. But it's not just one offering that you've got a multifaceted offering, and
Got a lot going on.
yeah, but I'd like to touch on that because I think it's so important to look at different offerings and different things that all of our partners actually have, and different services and different things that you focus on. So tell me a little bit of a summary about what you offer in terms of individual stuff, but then in terms of company and corporate stuff as well.
Yeah, sure. Okay. So, kind of where it all starts is with personal training itself. So, I'm a personal trainer. I have one-to-one clients, and I work on a gym floor in a gym, helping people generally get fitter and stronger. But the other side to personal training is the online side of it. So, I also offer online programs helping people get fit and stronger because not everyone always needs me to hold their hand, but they just need a program or some sort of focus. So those kind of merge in as well because it's really nice that when I work with someone face to face, after 3 months or so, they might think, you know what, I feel confident, feel happy. All I need is a program now. So people kind of naturally move from face to face to then online as well, which then frees up more time for me to then work with more one-to-one clients. But yeah, so the online program has its benefits because anyone anywhere can do it. And the program itself is different to what you'd kind of get from most other personal trainers, or like it's not like a bodybuilding program, and it's not like a random program that you get from like the Nike Fit app or any other apps that you can get a program from. So I like to train around longevity and helping our bodies be fit and strong for life, not just for getting a six pack or um, looking strong.
Short term wins.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like I want to train for performance, but not performance as in, yeah, let's lift heavy and see what we can do. It's performance in everyday life, like to be able to reach up and get things without shoulder pain or bend down without our back going or twist round. And like if we're in the car, we have to get the back of the car to be able to move and use our body in everyday life much easier because of the way that we train. So I mix a lot of different styles of training together to then create an all-round program where it's not just strength training, it's not just cardio, it's not just CrossFit, and it's not just body weight stuff. It's moving all of it together.
And I feel like the longevity program that you do is something that probably a lot of people actually need, but they don't realize, because I can hold my hands up and say years ago I used to be all or nothing. Absolutely all or nothing. I would go through spates in my life where I would train every single day for 6 months a year and I'd be super fit, and then I'd do nothing. And then I'd have 6 months, 9 months where I'd do nothing. And I was always that all or nothing person. And I've almost gone through that phase, and I've come to the realization that it's all about balance, consistency, and actually being real and putting in place what is manageable for you.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why the program itself, especially being called longevity, it's just 3 45-minute sessions a week. And that is enough. Like if you train well and hard in those sessions, not hard, like you don't have to go 110% every one, but if you train well in each of those, and that is enough. That's all you need each week to be fit, strong, and healthy. And there's kind of a minimum to it as well, that if you do just do one session a week, you're still going to make some kind of progress, and it's better than nothing because it is a full body session. But yeah, so it's all about moving our body better so that it improves everyday life. And it also includes things like what you were saying a minute ago, things that you probably wouldn't do on your own, like some different hops and skips and jumps and stuff, where it's looking at like your ankles and your knees and your hips and your balance and stability of joints, not just the strength. So that is what then carries over to quality of life. It's not just about lifting as heavy as you can. So yeah,
And
there's
I think
different things that people wouldn't know
normally
how
think,
to even put into a program or to even know to even do it either. So
yeah, exactly. And I think for so many people, it's either, well, if I'm going to train, I'm just going to run, or I'm just going
yeah,
to lift weights, or I'm just going to do this. And everybody focuses on one specific thing. Whereas what you're actually encouraging and bringing to the table is actually consistency, but thinking about every single different body
yeah,
part,
yeah.
every single different way that you can look after your body and get longevity for the future, for when, older times, etc., isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
And that's
And like
where,
what you just said as well with the running, is that if you are a runner, this is a really good program for you as well, because to be a strong runner, you don't just need to run, you need to look after your joints and muscles as well. And I've got so many people that do run as well, and they've noticed that when they have done the program for a while, they're like, God, I feel so much stronger. Like every stride feels less effort and your hips feel better. And just that push that you get with each step is less effort because you're stronger.
yeah.
So they're able
And
to go further. And
I think I can basically hold my hands up and say, I don't really run. And then I'll go and do like the odd run every so many years. And I'll, do a couple. And then my whole body is like aching, my knees are killing. And I think to
yeah.
myself, I could probably do with working on some of your program myself, just to basically
Yeah,
stable out my whole body.
yeah,
And it's so important. But so let's flip it onto you though. Okay, so
yeah.
you advocate all of this, and you're helping others to basically build stuff that is balanced, consistent, and longevity, which I love.
Hmm.
What do you do yourself, and what have you learned to do yourself that I call them my hard stops? So tell me on a weekly, a monthly basis, whichever you want to describe, what are your own personal hard stops?
Yeah, good question. We call these our non-negotiables as well. So it means
I
that,
love that. Yeah, I
like,
love
even
that.
on the worst days, the stress days, non-negotiable, you just get it done. So it sounds a bit weird now I'm saying it aloud, but 3 meals a day. Always make sure I have 3 meals a day. Because if I don't, that's when things go to pot. Like if I skip lunch, then I know that I end up snacking on whatever is in the house, or I'll buy things en route to somewhere, or I just feel fatigued, and I'm a hungry person, and I actually need a lot of calories. So if I skip a meal, it's an absolute no for the rest of the day. So I make sure that I definitely have 3 meals at least a day.
I
I will make
like
sure
I like
that in
your
my calendar.
honesty. I like your honesty with that, because what you sometimes find is a lot of women think that they shouldn't be, they're going to miss a meal to try and diet, or,
Oh yeah,
and
worse.
that's it's totally, totally the wrong thing. And
Yeah,
but it's almost what has become learned behaviour for so many people, isn't it?
yeah. Or
So
that a meal is just some lettuce with a slice of ham or something. It's like no, a meal is about 500 or 600 calories of good amount of food to fuel you. Like even if you're not active, you need the fuel and the nutrients. And I actually learned something from another nutrition the other day, Sky Elizabeth Hill. She said about foods being nutrient dense or calorie dense, and obviously there's a difference. And when you're hungry, you might have eaten plenty of calories during the day, but you might still be hungry, and that's because you're then lacking the nutrients. So say you've had toast for breakfast, toast for lunch, and you go, oh, let's have some scrambled eggs and toast for dinner, then which is actually quite easy to end up having like bread in each meal. You might get to the end of the day and think, oh God, I'm still really hungry. And it might be that yes, you've had enough calories, but you're not enough nutrients. So again, like having those 3 meals with plenty of calories and nutrients is kind of key for energy levels, productivity, and everything there. Another hard stop would be training 3 times a week. So I'm not someone that likes to train multiple times a day or every single day and have one rest day. Like 3 times a week is enough for me. Most of the time, I need a day's recovery. And also, I just don't have the time. Not the time. I think time's the wrong word. But obviously, I like fitness, but I'm not into fitness that much that I want to be in the gym every single day. Like some people make gym a social or like enjoy being in the gym. Like I enjoy it because of the benefit it gives me, and I enjoy it to an extent. But I'm not going to make a day out of it, or like not like yeah, I want to go to the gym. I just go in, get it done, leave.
Would you say though as well that it's all about for you having something that is sustainable and that is
Yes.
manageable? Because
Yeah.
I, again, I'm listening to what you're saying, and I can only use my own, life experience. And I these days have a hard stop. I call it hard stop. You call it non-negotiable. I have a hard stop that I have to do 3 lots of exercise a week, whatever that may be, whether it's a walk, a run, boxing, training, whatever it is. I have a hard stop that I know mentally that training helps me to be in a good place. So I use it to actually help my mental health and to keep
Yeah.
myself, focused, de-stress, whatever it may
Yeah.
be. So that's, but it's took me a long time to get to that place where I'm able to build that into my weekly routine.
Yeah.
Um,
And three is manageable as well, isn't it? Three is if you're working away or you're away at the weekend, like you can still usually get 3 sessions in a week on a busy week. Whereas if you commit to five, if anything changes in your week, it's hard to juggle. And then you think, oh God, I failed. And then you just feel like
then you
shit
give
because you're like,
up.
oh, doesn't,
Then,
yeah,
then
exactly.
it makes you feel like giving up, because if you've set
Yeah.
yourself a goal and you don't hit it, then you feel like, well, what's the point? And
Yeah. But if you had three and then any more as a bonus on those kind of weeks, then it's a nice way of being like, oh, that was nice. Like, I've got a few extra sessions in, but it's not a must for the rest of the weeks to carry on.
yeah, it's it's so strange, isn't it, that it takes us all so long to learn on our own journeys as to what is
Mm.
actually really sensible to do, what's easy to do, what's not so easy to
Yeah.
do. But
Yeah.
and I love the fact that we've both got a hard stop, non-negotiable 3 times a week. So we
Yeah.
must be
Yeah.
doing something right.
Yeah. It's
We
just
must
right,
be,
isn't it? Yeah.
yeah, it's the perfect
Yeah.
balance. So tell me a little bit more, because obviously you do this with individuals, and
Yes.
I love the offering that you've got with the online stuff, because I can actually see that working really well. That if you have been coaching somebody or you get to know somebody in person, by then being able to do a bespoke course for them to
Mm.
follow and give them a program where you just have a check in, however many times a week, month, whatever it is online. I actually think that really works.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. It
but
works well because most of the times, people don't move too differently to one another. And most people's goals, like the average Joe's, their goals are not that dissimilar. They just want to be fitter, stronger, and move better. So to have a personalized program for every single person, it's not that necessary, and you'll find that they don't differ that much. And I mean, it's taken me a good few years to find a program that does suit everyone and how to write it. That if you're a beginner and you're starting it, or whether you're that experienced, that you can then scale it to yourself. So that it takes it into account. Like if you've got press ups, you'll have a few different options that you can choose from. Or if you're doing a squat, you could do a bodyweight squat, dumbbell squat, or a barbell back squat. Like it's all there for you to pick. Um,
so you almost
what
have
was I
like the
saying then?
beginner, intermediate, and
Yeah,
advanced, within
yeah.
every single bit of the program.
Yeah, because people
So,
progress at different levels, which is different. But most people's abilities are quite similar. Um, but that's where as well why we've got into the employee wellbeing space. So we've got the online coaching where I help people individually, but
so
I used to work.
don't just throw it in there and go, this is why we've done this. Tell me a little bit more. This sounds amazing. So tell me a little bit more. So you have created something that is bespoke for businesses.
Yeah, so that's where when it comes to health and fitness, it's not just about your exercise and training, it's about the nutrition, the sleep, the stress management, and everything. And with the online training, me and my business partner, we found that we can help individuals so far with online training, and we could help a certain amount of people with our own online training. But we wanted to help more and make a bigger difference, which is why then we created a 12-month program. Because there's a lot of kind of quick fixes out there, and other personal trainers will like, do this plan for 6 to 8 weeks, and here's this transformation you'll get, or eat these same foods for 8 weeks and transform your life. But we don't want a quick fix. We want a change that is long lasting, and a change that isn't just about what you're eating or how much you're exercising, but is a mindset as well. And that comes from actual coaching. So that's where we designed this 12-month program. Um, instead of offering it to individuals, we thought businesses would actually want to invest in this long-term aspect because they want to keep staff on long-term. It's good for them, it's good staff retention, it's good for keeping highly skilled people in their business, and they want to have people that are productive and mentally and physically sound and showing up to work and giving their best. So that's where and I'll do this 12-month program for businesses, and they will join an online portal where there's videos, there's guides, there's podcasts, all about how to improve your health and fitness. But it's not just kind of there and unstructured and you could do whatever you want. We actually do it in a sequence of each month we focus on a different topic about our health, and we give you 2 or 3 non-negotiables to work on that month that you can actually make a difference. So the main thing we didn't want it to be was overwhelming, because we know people have already got a lot to do with their workday, and we're always being asked to do more and do more. So we wanted it to be minimal effort but biggest reward. So it's very short videos, short, easy, visible guides, visual guides. But then there are the longer format podcasts which you might listen on your commutes or whilst you're getting your walking in. Or if you're doing some work where you know you can have a podcast on in the background. So we've got 3 different types of learning formats where you could then learn about nutrition, sleep, stress management, your mindset, your relationship with food, alcohol, and the menopause, all sorts of things, but over the year, so that we're not trying to get a quick fix, but we're just trying to invest in ourselves for a year, and hopefully it'll pay off.
Well, listen, I think it sounds like a fabulous idea and a fabulous concept, because you think about it, and I think you hit the nail on the head when you said about the 6 to 8 week programs. Everybody advertises, get fit quick, do this for 6 weeks, this for 8 weeks, and it's transformation. But the problem with that, as I think we both have touched on before, is you do it, you get to that goal in 6 to 8 weeks, and then you fall off a cliff. And for me, it's like
doing, well, what next?
Yeah, what next? And it's like doing a short fix diet, whereas this is about longevity, consistency, and actually building something into your daily, weekly, monthly routine. And it's actually investing in yourself, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's actually investing in yourself. And I use an analogy in terms of, we all take our cars for service. We all clean our house and maintain our house. We all, look after our pets and all the rest of it. But what the piece of the puzzle that I think so many of us do actually neglect and miss sometimes is actually looking after ourselves, maintaining our own mental health, our own physical health, and our own what we're putting into our bodies. So it sounds like an absolute winner to me. And what's the feedback been that you've had so far? I'm conscious that your dog's trying to join us, which I love.
Have you heard? Let me.
No, it's fine. She's fine.
Oh no, it's on. I am on noise cancellation, but just work the way through it.
Yeah, exactly. It makes it more human. I like it. So what's the uptake been like, and what's your feedback been like from people who have sampled, tried?
Yeah, no, it's good. People are liking the more relatable approach, and the approach that actually works into everyday life, and not doing kind of what fitness professionals have put on everyone, is that we need to have meal prep, 4 meals a day, bodybuilding style training, and all this kind of stuff, and so many expectations, and this is how you could be the pinnacle of fitness. But we're there kind of meeting you in the middle, saying, well, let's not take care of ourselves, but we also don't have to be like a fitness influencer that's doing a bodybuilding competition. Like, you're a mum or a dad or a single parent, or even just on your own, and you're working, a busy professional, and let's try and do some healthy habits to help you and your life. Like, we don't have to go all the way like that. So the way that we coach and the way that we work the actionable habits into everyday life, and the mindset behind it as well, is what people take mostly from it. It's almost like everyone knows what they could and should be doing, but just have someone go, yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
And yes, that's right. Makes people go, oh, right. Yeah, okay. Like, if you do go out for drinks every Friday night, and it's like, all right, okay, I can do that because I'm focusing on Monday to Friday, I'm having 3 healthy meals. I'm getting a walk in every day, and I'm training 3 times a week. And then it's okay to go out for a meal, or to enjoy a drink, or to just have a day where I just chill out on the sofa and do nothing. Like there's a balance, and that's what we kind of coach and teach, so that on those days that aren't perfect, it's not then a downhill spiral of, oh, I'm not into fitness, or fitness don't work for me, or I'll have to try again next week or next month or at a better time. It's just, that was that day, or that was that action. Move on.
Yeah,
And just,
and it all fits into everything that you're doing, though, in terms of longevity, consistency, longevity, and balance, doesn't it? And I think
yeah,
that's the biggest messages that you are advocating, and I think that's why what you've created is something special, to be honest. And I think there will be many businesses that will be coming to have a little nosy and go, "Oh, this sounds quite interesting." Because the hard thing for so many different businesses is if you've got such a variation of staff with age ranging from 18 to 68, 69 or something, and you've got females, males, different cultures, different ethnicity, etc. You know, you can't have a one size fits all. You know, you can't
yeah,
just have, here you go, here's an app, here's this, and that takes care of everybody. You've got to provide choice, and you've got to provide something that will help anybody and everybody in different circumstances, in different ways. Some people might just take the educational stuff. Some people might
yeah,
take the nutrition stuff. Some people might take the training stuff. Some people, you know, might just enjoy listening to the podcasts and, you know,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
sitting
exactly,
back and
yeah,
basically just taking everything in. But what you're actually doing is you're offering and providing something for every single person in
yeah,
one way, shape, or form. And that's why I
yeah,
think it's such an amazing thing.
yeah. And it's, we've thought about that as well, and that even if someone knows exactly what they're doing, they might learn some different ways of thinking about things, or look at in perspectives through our information and our podcasts and everything. And that could then help them if they've got a partner or a friend that they want to help, and to go, oh, well, actually, here's another perspective that I didn't know about, but could help you, kind of thing. So, yeah, there's always a broader aspect of it as well.
Yeah, which is amazing. So let me just ask you, because I obviously follow you personally, and you have spent some time renovating the house with your partner, and it's been a labour of love. But one of the things that I noticed was that you posted a couple of videos where you were painting and decorating, and you decided to have a boogie around the house, singing, dancing, um,
Using the
and
painting pole as a microphone.
using the paint pole as a microphone. But do you know what? I actually really loved using dance,
Yeah.
and it's something that I don't think anybody really appreciate how much it can help in terms of
Mm,
your mental health, in terms of making you feel good. I love dancing.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
absolutely love dancing. And at the drop of a hat, I'll be on the dance floor and just let my, I haven't got any hair left, but I was going to say let my hair down and just go for it. And I don't care what anybody else thinks, but
Yeah.
I appreciate not everybody's brave enough to do that. And not everybody feels comfortable in just, you know, so I thought it was ace that when I saw you post these videos, and I would encourage you after this interview goes live within Circle to post a
I
couple
think
of the
just
dancing
post it.
videos, because then people have reference and can actually go,
Yeah, yeah.
"Oh, there's Georgina
I'll
doing
find
the
that
dance."
video.
Yeah, honestly, it
But
was
it's funny that
inspirational.
you said it as well, because I think the Instagram story I did after that, I said something like, you know what, I forgot how good it is just to put the music on and just have a dance, and like dance like no one's watching. And even though I set up a camera, so obviously I knew people would be watching, but like I was actually doing that already. And then I thought, oh, it'd be funny to get a little video of like me just messing about, because I was doing that already, like whether the camera was there or not. And then I said on the story after, I was like, I just feel really good, and it's nice to do this, and it always gets you like your mood up, you kind of clear your head, it gets your energy up and your blood flowing. And I said, maybe workplaces should to start doing this at random times and just get everyone up and start dancing. And then someone messaged me back saying, if my workplace did this, everyone would either leave or not show up to work or something. Like some people are very introvert and like they don't like situations like that, and it wouldn't help their mental health because of the
they'd feel
anxiety
uncomfortable.
behind knowing that that's going to happen or that you have to. It's like forced participation. But I was a bit like, oh well, if you don't want to do it, you don't have to. But like, the more you do it, the less anxious you'd be about it. But there's a whole like coaching behind that, isn't there? So
Yeah, of course there is.
yeah,
To be fair, it's basically, slowly, step by step, helping people to come out of their comfort zones.
yeah,
And I remember the first time I danced totally sober, and I was like, oh, do I, don't I, do I, don't I? And I had it in my head, and I'm one of these people that will just throw myself in. As soon as I have that doubt, it'll be do it, just do it, and basically you'll get through it. And it's always the case, but for a lot of people, they don't have that. And for a lot of people, it might be the first step might be something like, we'll do it on your own with nobody watching and see if it makes a difference. And if you don't like it, you don't have to do it again. And then, what we could do is in like so many months, we could set up and basically encourage anybody to join within Circle who wants to join, who wants to do it. We'll have a bit of a dance off going on, get some tunes on and see if we can get 30 or 40 of us all having a little dance for 10 minutes, where you all take it in turns and pick a song. That could be entertaining.
Yeah, that would be good.
And listen, it's all about step by step for me, and it's all about being open to trying new stuff and actually being open to realizing what you actually enjoy. And clearly, we both enjoy dancing. And that's something that we know helps us and we enjoy. It's being comfortable with finding what you enjoy and what makes you feel good and exploring that, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. And that kind of goes with nutrition and lifestyle and training and everything. It's not about what everyone else is doing or what is put as a new headline of do this because this is amazing. It's find what you enjoy and then run away with that, which again is where training can help. It's that you don't have to train for the training's sake, like in the gym. Your sport might be running, cycling, swimming, tennis, boxing.
Do. Yeah, and
anything that you enjoy. Zumba. But if you're in the gym,
I teach the boxing, as you know, and at some of the warm-ups, we have people giving each other piggybacks running around the gym. And then I make them stop and squat with each other on their backs. And they don't realise how hard that training is on your legs and stuff. But because they're having fun and giggling and, all thinking it's just silly, they're actually working twice as hard as probably they realise. And then some of them come in 3 days later going, I haven't been able to move my legs for 3 days. What on earth did I do?
Squatted 70 kilograms.
Just literally been squatting 70, 80 kilograms. And it's making it fun, isn't it? And it's basically taking that, it's all about the training. It's like, well, let's enjoy it. Whatever we're going to do, let's enjoy it. And to your point, enjoy what you like and use what you like to get the best version of yourself. And that's
and enjoy the benefits of it more than the training as well, because that will keep you motivated. It's not about, like I said at the very beginning, I'm not someone that goes to the gym like, I love the gym. Like I know that if I've not been for about 5 or 6 days, I am like, right, I'm ready to go to the gym.
Yeah.
But if I'm in my routine of going 3 times a week, I'm not like, oh yeah, gym today. But I go and I'm consistent because I know that I'm like, oh yeah, about the benefits of it. Do you know what I mean? So it's the benefits of it in my everyday life that keep me motivated and keep me accountable.
Yeah, and we can't rely, I always say we can't rely on motivation alone. It's about consistency. It's about discipline, and basically just even those days, because I have those days where I go, I cannot be bothered. I cannot be bothered. Yeah. I don't want to go. I just want to sit on the couch and not do anything. And those are the days that I make myself go.
Yeah. And as well, sorry, I know I'll start wrapping up in a second, but on that note as well, it's sometimes nice to have that conversation with yourself going, when I go to the gym, sometimes I don't have to train hard. I don't have to do 110%. I can just go into the gym and just show up for myself, mentally or just a little bit physically. Like you could just go and do a lighter session.
Yeah. Doing
Just so that you're
something
in the
is
routine
better
of
than
doing
doing
something.
nothing.
Yeah. And you'll probably feel better afterwards. Because I
100%.
know that if I have in my head that I'm going to do a 12-minute AMRAP at the end of every single session, where it's like it's hard work, you've got to work for 12 minutes, no stopping. If I had that at the end of every single session, I talk myself out of going to the gym. Whereas if I go back, just go to the gym, do the leg press, do this, do that, and like you just have to sit on a machine, push and pull it. It's a bit more like, yeah, okay, I could do that. And then when you're there, you're like, yeah, let's do a 12-hour max.
Yeah, and do you know what? And do you know what? It's weird, isn't it? Because I personally always find the times that I can't be bothered and that I don't have motivation, by the time I get into the end of that session, I end up having loads of motivation and end up doing a lot more than I ever thought I was going to do.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah.
So, final question for you that I would like to ask you. How important do you think community is for people? How important is it to you, and how important is it for anybody and everybody, do you think?
Yeah, I think, well, it's very important is the kind of underlining of it. Because I think especially as we get older, we kind of lose touch with people that are maybe like-minded. We might have our friends and family that we've always had, but we might go in different directions in terms of what we like, what we're interested in. We are just friends because we're friends early on in our life. So to then find yourself in a like-minded community where everyone's thinking the same, doing the same, and wanting to achieve the same, that's the motivating part. Motivating part, and it can just help with those downer days, or it can even help appreciate what everyone else is going through and knowing that you're not alone. Because if you think that you're the only one that wakes up midweek or after a week or something and just thinks, oh, just not feeling it today. If you think that you're the only one that's like that, then
You're
that's really
wrong.
hard on yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
But the
yeah.
more you train with other people or you're around other people that are trying to achieve the same thing, you think, oh, everyone has those rubbish days, but everyone actually still shows up. And like we've just said, if you can just take it easier, then that's fine as well. So to know you're not a failure for showing up to the gym and taking it easy. Like you don't have to train hard all the time, and like train smart, not hard, is what I always kind of give out. Because sometimes it's good to listen to your body as well. Sorry, I'm going on a tangent here. But yeah, community, just having those like-minded people. And if you know that everyone else is accessing the same information in terms of coaching. So I was thinking this in terms of community on our employee wellbeing program. If everyone's listened to the same podcast, it might make conversations easier to facilitate with other people because you think, well, I know that they've listened to this thing about mental health or about fat loss or about my energy levels or willpower or something. So it might make it easier for someone to then say, oh, I'm really struggling with this, and then they
Just to
can go, yeah, you
be,
know what, I could relate to that too. So when you know that you're not alone in it and there's everyone else taking part, then yeah,
it opens
it's
up, it
yeah,
allows you to be slightly more vulnerable, doesn't it?
yeah,
And I think the biggest thing for me is with this community, but any community, and this is the whole reason we've built Clarity Circle, to build, and expand a massive community, to allow people to realize that it doesn't matter what you're going through, it doesn't matter what you think in your own mind, that there is always somebody else out there that has
yeah,
either been through what you are going through or understands how you're feeling. And there is
yeah,
always somebody else that has come out the other side or has basically learned to deal with it in a certain way, in a positive way. And, that's why we're basically bringing in you and all the amazing partners to connect people with people. And what I've loved the most so far is that lots of the partners are starting connected. And lots of the partners
yeah,
are
that's
starting
good.
going, oh, well, maybe we could do some stuff with you. Oh, well, you're here and we're there. And, and it's basically, so the communities are actually building communities within themselves. And,
Yeah,
everybody's beginning to talk, connect, and it's already beginning to get that real family sort of you know, feel good vibe, which is really positive. And you know, we are ready then to then be able to go out to so many of the workplaces and so many of the companies and say, well, hold on a minute, you know, workplace wellbeing doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to be complicated, but you can't expect that one size fits all, and that you can't expect that that you can't have choice, and allow people to make their own choices and allow people to find what works for them. You can't just shoehorn everybody into one box.
No, exactly, yeah.
So I'm going to wrap up and say it has been an absolute pleasure. For anybody who wants to get in contact with you, obviously all of your details are within Circle. Anybody can contact you directly, get in touch with you, but what you have to offer, Georgina, is amazing, and I'm looking forward to more and more people sampling everything that you've built and that you're doing.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, no, thank you for having me and having the opportunity to share kind of more in depth what it is that we do and why, because it's always helpful.
Yeah, exactly, and it allows people to get to know you too, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So on a personal level. I will speak to you soon. Thanks, Georgina.
Yes.